They think I'm talking about one thing and I'm talking about a whole nother subject, but my people know exactly what I'm talking about. And you got these clowns talking about poofy hair, right? Go wash your vagina, you stinking ass man. Walking around, your uterus fell out. Think you a man. You's a bitch ass nigga. On my shit. You still one of them motherfuckers that think a nationality overrides a sovereign right. Stupid ass. Right? Look, all of these motherfuckers knew I was coming. They just didn't know that I would look like this. They all knew I was coming, but they didn't know I'd look like this. A regular old motherfucker. I look like the uncle that you seen last week, or the cousin that's coming over for dinner tonight, or your sister homeboy. It don't matter. They didn't expect this shit. They didn't expect that I would pull a motherfucking scab off they sore on their ass so I can continue to spank them some more. I ain't got no retreat, no back down in this motherfucking shit. Just then look at the audacity of the ones in charge. They send the most uninformed, lowest ranking minion they can find to crash out. They not gonna send, cause the ones who know, like, man, I'm not finna go over there and humiliate myself trying to fuck with that nigga. That nigga he know what he talking about. But they catch one of them fools. They catch one who don't know, and he think he know cause he arrogant. What he think is knowledge is pure arrogance, right? It's ego-driven bullshit. And then he gonna try to tell somebody something as if the people that's been watching Rod Hayes for the last 2 years, haven't seen more receipts. The only motherfucker that dropped more receipts that's referenceable than me is Malachi York. He the only motherfucker got more receipts than me. And then I'm not sure he got more receipts than me because I got receipts that I haven't seen him with. But I can tell you what, we know who we be. DMX, Chief Zolo, Notorious B.I.G., Chief Sitting Bull. You don't even know who these people is when they come back in this lifetime because you stuck on the history books and they whitewash history to mislead you about who they was in the last one. ODB, Chief Crazy Horse. I could do this shit all day. I could sit here and just run down who chiefs that y'all have seen and didn't even know. Califia Queen. Y'all know her as Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Califia Queen. Y'all called her Aaliyah. And she exposed y'all who the fraud was in her land when she did Queen of the Dam and pointed out Kim Kardashian, but you wasn't paying attention because you think you know some shit, but you don't know nothing about the tribes. You say I look South African. What's going on, right? And they so hurt. Some of the elders been telling them what's going on, and they so hurt. The only reason why we here is because the Dirty Moors wanted to replace the natives that was already here, so they went into an amnesia war. Who can wake themselves up first? Look, if I was a prophet, would you watch me rise or talk about me bad, be government spies, despise me for relentless pursuit of the truth, send suicide bombers to execute me in the booth? You can kill the man but can't kill the source. Man, if I was a prophet, you couldn't alter my course. That's if I was a prophet. I'm just saying. Welcome to the End Times Prophecies, motherfucker, where you see these motherfuckers manifesting what was written in your books just for the explicit purpose of telling you how to get free. And all you want to do is stay trapped in your bondage and keep as many people trapped with you that follow that false narrative bullshit that these secret societies has pushed out as information. Look, 99% of the world's population was illiterate before 1900. Do the math. Who was doing the writing? If 99% of the world's population was illiterate before 1900, Who was doing all the writing? The 1%, the secret societies, the guilds, the brotherhoods, right? And who was running the governments back then? If 99% of the people was illiterate, who was running the government? Right? 1%, the secret societies, the guilds. Y'all motherfuckers kill me with this shit. Look, all of the historical texts through the universities had to be approved by one of the secret societies, or it wouldn't be accessible to the public. All of the texts that came to us to university had to be approved by a secret society to reach the people. Who was it that decided to put slave narratives written by educated slaves in a book? Think about that shit for a minute. In the time of so-called slavery in these slave narratives, when 99% of the world's population was illiterate, right? Who was writing this fucking perfect English, perfect French, perfect whatever, Arabic? Who was writing this shit if only the 1% was readers and writers? Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this shit. Look, these motherfuckers don't be knowing that I really do know what I'm talking about, and they want to assume that I don't. What's gonna be the shocker is when all of the people that you thought was the power wielders come ass kissing. They don't got to kiss my ass because they can't get shit from me. Everything got to come through Big Mama. All of these motherfuckers y'all think heavy hitters. I don't care if they celebrities, if they motherfucking businessmen, if they politicians. They gonna all come ass kissing if they ain't executed to Big Mama. And that includes your chief. If you think that if you think you outdoor and native, right? If you think you outdoor and native, when this all of this shit said and done, whoever you claim your chief is, watch who that motherfucker go give his honors to. Big Mama. Why you think we playing? And y'all thinking this shit is a game, or this is some shit that some nigga just came out of nowhere talking about we was already here and we didn't come from overseas and all this shit. Wait until this shit come out into the mainstream. Right now, we still underground. Why we still underground? It's not that we hadn't, because we doing everything according to the ancestral mandates by the book that they gave us called the Book of Life. This called the redemption process, and we redeeming all of the righteous. And all you motherfucking $1.25 Indians on these motherfuckers who claim that we don't know what we talking about, when it's all said and done, y'all motherfuckers gonna have to come to us to be authorized to walk this goddamn land. Otherwise, you're gonna get treated like the enemy, rounded up with the enemy, and disposed of like the enemy. Right? This motherfucker on here talking about some CIA knowing he a whole agent. He know he a whole agent. He ain't even $5 Indian. He $1.25 Indian. All of the requests, when I open it up, they don't even show. Yeah. Look, I don't know who this nigga is, call himself indigenous outside, or outside and indigenous, or naked and free, or whatever the fuck his name is. But when it come time to scout motherfuckers, I'm going to get that nigga scout. Personally. It's a couple of these motherfuckers who scalps I'm personally coming to get. And I'm coming with 1,000 GDs, 1,000 Crips, 1,000 Bloods, 1,000 Vice Lords, 1,000 Cholos, 1,000 motherfucking MS-13, 1,000 Hell's Angels. I'm getting 1,000 just for my personal preference from every motherfucker that's supposed to be here. They all gonna give me 1,000 motherfuckers, and I'm coming to get all you niggas scalps. I'm not just taking off the top of your head. This time I'm snatching your face off so we can see it. And I ain't killing you. I ain't gonna kill you. I'm gonna let you walk around faceless like you want to be on social media talking that bullshit. Don't believe that it ain't a motherfucker right now because I said that. There's somewhere close to you watching every motherfucking move you make from this point forward. Cause motherfucker, when I say where is that motherfucker was talking that shit, if I don't come to your motherfucking door to get you, they gonna bring you to mine. And then we gonna have this discussion. Are you interfering with the redemption process of the righteous tribes that's rightfully on the land by the right blood and by right? So all of this righteous shit gonna knock your ass back to the left. Remember that when I told you that. See, somebody gotta bump these niggas straight. It's just that right now, my chief say, Rod, we brain banging. Remember, we ain't gang banging. But that don't mean that it ain't gonna be some of these motherfuckers that we ain't gonna have to go out. I'm skinning niggas' backs. And then I'm packing them with salt and lighter fluid, and I'm striking the goddamn match. And if they live, they live. I'm like Drago and Rocky. If he dies, he dies. But you're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this work one way or another. You can get it through education, or you can get it through motherfucking demonstration. If I was you, I would take the educational work, because the demonstrational work that's where I'm good. I'm not good at this shit. I'm not good at this tongue wrestling shit. I'm good at knocking you motherfuckers out. That's what I'm good at. And
Okay, I can't show myself because I just can't finally get to you, Rod Hayes. I got so many questions. First of all, just want to let you know, love you, love the work you do. I'm not a big studier, so I don't know all the stuff that you talk about in depth, but it definitely resonates with my spirit. And I'm one of Larry's girls. I'm from your tribe here in Chicago.
girl,
Yes, I am.
okay, well,
So one of the
let's see if we can answer some of your questions.
okay, so one of my biggest questions was about this whole tribal thing, about the land. How do we reclaim our land?
We in the process right now. The only hold up right now is we don't have enough of the tribes aware.
Okay.
When we get to the point where it's enough of the tribes that's aware of who they are and that they have elders that's actively restoring our birthright, then you'll see it play out physically. But in the meantime, we have to educate in public as many as possible to get enough of us aware. Because all of us know what we call Larry, Chief, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What the Stones call Angel Bay, Chief, right?
Yes.
This is an accident?
No, not at all.
We don't know who we calling Chief?
It's like, isn't that something? I had no idea when I was calling him Chief what I was calling him Chief for a long time ago. A long time ago. I had no idea what was going on. No idea when we was out there, doing that little thing.
You know where to go.
I know now. So with that, even though we're in this structural system, it seems like it got a really tight grip on the people in their minds. So does that have anything do we have to do this politically? Once we release once the chiefs get released?
When they finally get relieved, Larry, he has to give a speech, because he had to report to. He don't got to report to like me. He got to report to the people, to the clans. When he
do you know how far-fetched it sounds, brother? It sounds so far-fetched. But this is what's gotta happen.
This is the culture. Larry is the chairman, right?
Absolutely.
The chairman of what?
Of the organization.
That's just our organization. He's the chairman of the All Is One organization.
The All Is One.
Remember 74, the new creed?
Yes. The
new
blueprint,
covenant.
the master blueprint.
Okay, remember the treaty signed in Pontiac, Illinois?
I'm not quite familiar with that.
It ain't hard to find. Look it up online. It was a peace treaty, and it was the LSD, United Front, Lord Stones and Disciples.
Yeah. United in Peace organization.
No. It's Lord Stones and Disciples back then.
Okay.
Had came together in order to clean up the streets, restore the tribal structure, restore the tribal dignity back to the people. Well, what happened is we got usurped by some people that look like us, pretending to be us, but it wasn't us.
I know. I know that.
As the chairman of the board, the final report would be the equivalent of the president giving the State of the State address. Larry's responsibility entails him, when it's over with, he have to give a State of the Tribes address. He have to show you. So that's his job. And then the conjure side, which falls under the domain of the priests, that has to be explained by Malachi Z. York.
Wow.
As a Yamasi chief, he have to explain the conjure wars and the sorcery, because that's his specialty in his field. Not religious, but spiritual practice. He is the highest priest on the planet right now. He holds the Melchizedek seat, and he holds the seat of the Alkupt, and he holds the Zoser seat of priests. So when it's all the same seat, it's just different name for different culture.
Okay.
And over here is the Tahuti seat, is the priest. Tahuti, right. So the Tahuti is the Trismegistus, or the thrice great king, statesman, right? And family man, but they say king, statesman, and magician.
So we've been tricked.
Yeah. This was all a big game that was played for us we had a responsibility. Go back to when Bill Cosby went on Oprah Winfrey about a controversial statement he made. And you'll see at the beginning of the controversial statement, he say, we are not upholding our end of our agreement in this thing. What are you talking about?
I don't know. We don't know nothing about an agreement.
He's talking about the 200 years George Washington challenge to educate ourselves out of the condition. And this is why Martin couldn't go to war. That's why Garvey couldn't go to war.
Okay.
They was privy to enough information to know that whatever we do, if we fight these people and start massive bloodshed, it resets.
So what we saying in essence is, spiritually, all our cheese was put in place for this to take place.
Yeah.
But these powers that were manipulated us so bad, and they scattered us so much, and they tore everything apart, so we could not redeem ourselves earlier than we needed to.
Right. Because Noble Drew Ali knew what was going on when he got the information from the more Zionist Jews, but he couldn't do nothing about it. Because the blood of the righteous shall not be spilled in vain. And so they was using the blood conjurers and that's what was keeping us trapped, because the human becomes an angel repellent when he's under stress.
The human becomes an angel repellent.
Yep.
When it's under stress.
Yep. Your adrenaline response.
Whoa.
Look, your adrenaline response puts off a pheromone. You can't consciously smell it, but those who we call the angels, which is actually our higher consciousness self.
Okay.
When you in that state, they can't help you until you calm yourself. They call that finding your center.
Okay.
Once you find your center, then one of the elders that's in your bloodline will incarnate in you as a
Hmm.
walking demon, but it's really just your higher self overtaking your ego self. W.E.B. Du Bois
Okay.
wrote about it in The Souls of Black Folks in the chapter called The Warring Soul.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get that and read that. That makes perfect sense. That's the reason why now we're changing our vibrations.
Yeah.
Many of us are going higher.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, you got to remember, they had to keep us because of who we are in a perpetual state of stress.
Yes, yes, that's what we at. That's what most of our people at, in a perpetual state of stress, anger, violent, everything is like just distress.
Now, look,
Yes, that makes sense.
the root to stress, right? Other things you
Mhm.
mentioned, danger makes you become violent as a
Okay,
response. That's because you're under stress,
okay, okay.
right?
That makes so much sense.
Look, fear will also
Mm-hmm.
make you resort to violence because you are under stress.
Okay, fear is what keeps us in a state of competition where we don't go higher and really go after the real culprits. We'd rather go after each other.
Yeah, that's what they call it. It's the barnyard syndrome. You
The
can,
barnyard
yeah,
syndrome.
it's the dog that can whip all the dogs in the yard,
Mm-hmm.
but he can't beat no dog outside his barnyard.
Oh, dang. Where that come from? What can I, get that
That's
knowledge?
that's
That's
southern
something you just
that's southern lingo.
okay.
It's
Okay.
just talking to the people in the South. See, our roots come from the
Oh,
South.
okay. My people from the South, I never heard of it, but it makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. It makes perfect
So
sense.
we become have all this bravado with each other because we're using each other to try to train ourselves to
Mm-hmm.
overcome the obstacle when we lead a firm.
Mm.
Some of us can beat everybody on the firm, but can't beat nobody when he leads.
Mm. Mm.
Right. So
Now,
we see this
mm-hmm.
play out in chicken fighting and dog fighting that we used to do years ago, right? And
Yes, yes.
you got a dog. If you bring a dog on his property and they the same size, he not gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
But that same
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker, you take him off his land, he can't win a fight,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
That's
Mm.
why you have in sports home field advantage.
Okay. That makes sense about the guys on the block.
Like you have a team that might go undefeated at home, and then
Mm-hmm.
they might have a 50-50 road record.
Wow, you dropping knowledge. This psychological warfare. Dang.
Yeah,
That's
it's sociology used to influence the psychology.
mm,
It's
brother.
it's the
Wow.
technical tools to uh to control a slave system. You have to know how a
Okay.
people move socially, which is sociology, in order
Mm-hmm.
to override the individual's psychology.
Okay.
Right? So they give us alternative outlets to our stress that we have no control over. We can't control the football game. We can't control the boxing match. We can't control whatever we see on that idiot box. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
any control over it. But because the guy that they told us was the hero won, then we get to say, oh shit, I was close call. No, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
At no time was the hero of the movie ever in danger
Mm.
because they can't make a sequel if they kill him off.
Absolutely not.
So,
How do we get higher, Rod?
well, start off, you gotta start grounding your energy. Trees
Mm-hmm.
in the earth is the most stable stabilizers of energy we know of.
Mm-hmm.
Start lean your back against the tree, take your shoes off, sit there and read a book. You grounding your balance, you're bringing balance back to the self with the grounding process, and now you're opening up the knowledge reservoir by actively using it while you ground it out. It gives you a stronger grasp of everything you experiencing, and you are experiencing in real time what you read.
Oh wow.
This is
That makes perfect sense.
right. This is the purpose of reading. People think reading is for knowledge. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's weightlifting for the brain.
Well, I can listen to you all day, Rod.
And then it's also
For the brain.
showing you, if you see it from that way, this guy that wrote this book see it from this way. Now you
Mm-hmm.
have a comparative analysis from how you originally seen it versus how somebody else seen it. And the
Mm.
more different perspectives you can get looking at the problem, the more different ways you get to look at the problem. And the solution is always in the problem. Get rid of the enemy
Solution is
without, and the enemy within can do you no harm. In other words,
absolutely.
extract the solution from the problem, and the problem is not even there to be a concern about.
Okay. Unbothered, being unbothered.
Unbothered as a motherfucker. I call it the fucking key, right?
Okay.
I tell them I'm going through the storms of life, singing and
Mm.
dancing in the motherfucking rain,
Okay.
right?
Oh
Then,
my God.
right?
That's nice.
So, Heru in the
Mm.
flesh said you got to get into the God mind. Let me give you a little idea of what I'm talking about. In a Christian
Okay.
doctrine, they say, let this mind be in you, which was in Christ Jesus. Well, how in the
Mhm.
fuck do you do that?
Right.
You
Right.
use the faculty of imagination and you use the art and science of self-talk. You ask yourself to show yourself, if God was looking at this problem, what would he see?
Mm, This is good stuff, y'all. I'll share this, Joy.
Look, so if you can't lie to you
Absolutely
because you're gonna
not.
know you lying, right?
And I'm one of Larry's girls, so we can't lie. I can't lie to myself because I know what's better. I know the truth.
Right. But even if you tried to lie to yourself, you're gonna know you lying,
Absolutely.
which is gonna automatically expose the lie. So
Right.
when you use self-talk and you send your
Mm-hmm.
higher self to go look at something
Mm-hmm.
from God's perspective,
Mm-hmm.
your higher self can't come back and say this is what it looked like if it don't look like that, because you gonna know he lying. Because
Ooh,
he's you.
wait.
It's you. See, we supposed to knew this at when we was 4 years old, but didn't nobody tell us.
Wow. You can't lie to yourself.
You can't lie to yourself. You gonna know you lying.
Mm, absolutely. And righteous endeavors.
Mm-hmm. Any and all righteous
Absolutely.
endeavors.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
This some good stuff, Rod. This is some good stuff. I finally got you. Oh my
You know,
goodness.
it's
And I got a couple of lessons.
the BOS to the SOS. Each one teach
Oh, we
one.
not SOS no more. Wait a minute, Brian. Let me tell you. We juggling, not struggling. Okay? We
You
not
did?
struggling no more. We juggling.
Hey, look, we flipping codes and cracking motherfucking doors.
Right. The struggle is over. We juggling this thing. We not
Mm. You
struggling. So
did?
let's not lie to ourselves.
Yeah. Remember,
I
if you try
love
to lie
it.
to yourself, look, if you try to lie to yourself, then this is why I don't have a lot of respect for them people that come over here and try to get their opinions about what I'm talking about. Because they
Absolutely
know
not.
in their heart of hearts, they lying to their goddamn self before they wrote that shit on my page. They knew they was lying
Absolutely.
to themselves when they wrote that shit on my page.
Just drop the bar. Just drop the bar. That is a bar. They lying to themselves. They lying to themselves. And we can't lie to ourselves no more. It's over
Yeah,
with. We got
all
a
you got to
new
first
chapter.
look. The old saying is first to thine own self be
Be
true.
true. Right.
Why did it
Oh my
tell you that?
God.
Because sociologically, the social
Mm-hmm.
juggernaut will convince you to disregard your own psychology in order to convince you
Whoa.
you successfully lying to yourself, and all the time you still know you lying.
Ooh. Oh my God. Rod, you got to put that on paper.
That's them
You got
go
to jot
along
that
to
down.
that's them go
Ooh.
along to get along ass niggas.
Ooh. Wait. Man, that's truth right there. That is absolute truth.
If you ask a
And this,
Cobra Stone over there, if you ask a Cobra Stone who they chief, they gonna say Mickey Caldwell. He ain't even here no more in the flesh.
whoa.
But
Wow.
his
So
spirit
who would
walking
be
with Angel Bay.
okay? The spirit walking with
So
Angel Bay.
they still can see him.
Okay.
So they can't lie to themselves as if Mickey Caldwell never existed. They still acknowledge him